Go. So as most of you all know, we use Drive for Gmail for our email, and Drive as the way that we can disseminate important documents, templates, webinars, spreadsheets, graphics, everything that you could possibly need in the electronic version of Drive. Some of you may have that very large binder that was sent to you or that you picked up the last time you were at a training that has that we call the resource guide. The resource guide and Drive are and the Drive toolkit are essentially the same thing. The resource guide are the hard copy, and the Drive is where you can access the templates and actually customize it yourself. So one of the really important things is that we want you to download and customize, as we said. We don't want you to make a copy because it's shared. This toolkit is shared with all the walk chairs across the country, and we're asking you to download, save, and come up with your own naming convention, whatever works for you, whatever makes sense. In a lot of the documents, you'll see red text, which is text that you need to localize and edit, and then of course turn back to black so that it looks good. And the blue text is where we have notes that Randy has left you that kind of guide you through the process of what it is you're supposed to do on that document. Again, you're going to delete those completely. They're just notes for you to work through, okay? When you go into the walk email, whatever your city walk email is, you'll notice the little apps, the Google Apps bubble allows you to access Drive nice and easy there by clicking on the little triangular link. And one of the things that you'll notice is that because we have been using these documents, Randy's been doing this for many, many years, a lot of them are formatted in Word. And one of the problems that we have sometimes is that if you try to open a Word document as a Google Doc, it messes all the formatting that she's used in Word. So what we really need you to do, again, that's kind of goes with the importance of downloading and then opening it up in its original format. You will see that there are some documents that are Google Docs because they've been created since, you know, we started using Drive. And at the top of this screen, you'll see the difference between what is a Google Doc and what is a Word doc. Word has the W, the Google has the little, you know, lines on the page. So that's just kind of something to help get you through the understanding of what it is that you're looking at. When you, one of the things that you're going to notice if you try to work on a document and then bring it back into Drive, save it into your your new filing system, is that your settings are automatically defaulted to pull them in and convert them to Google Docs. So if you want them to maintain that same Word formatting, you actually need to follow these steps and go through your settings to change the settings to not convert the uploaded files to Google Doc, and you're just going to basically uncheck that box. This may have already been done for most of you, but you know, if there's an issue with it, it's because you've got this selected. Then one of the things that, you know, that people always are uncertain of is when they enter into Drive, it's going to default into, you know, what is My Drive. You'll see there's a little arrow next to My Drive and on the settings there, or on the, you know, the side panel. Just a little bit about the different options you have. Priority are items that you access the most. And you can select things as priority so that they will filter in first. Then, of course, you've got your Drive, which is where I absolutely encourage you to create your own folder system. You know, however it works for you and the team that's working with you that might also be accessing those files. Then you've got Shared With Me, and those are files, photos, anything that's been shared with you through email and you've opened up is going to be listed in that Shared With Me, and that's where you're going to find that toolkit. that we have shared with you with all those resources. And then recent is going to obviously be those documents that you've most recently viewed. Pretty simple. So the HA toolkit, as I said, it's in that shared with me section. You can drag it to your drive if it makes it easier, because again, like I said, when you open your drive, it's going to default to my drive. And some people have trouble finding it if it stays in shared with me. So that will highlight it. You can do some really cool things. You can change the color. You can put a star next to it and again, create whatever shortcuts that you need. Remember, it's still shared. It's still a shared drive. Anything if you were to upload and put anything in there, it's going to be visible to everybody, right? So that's why we really encourage you to create your own folder system. How to find a document. So the search feature is amazing, and it's changing and evolving kind of all the time, but there is a search bar, and as you can see, you can search by a file type, right? So if you click in the search bar down at the bottom there, you'll see there's a bunch of different options. You can search by a specific, so you know that somebody sent you a presentation or a PDF or image. You can select that so that it sort of narrows down your search. You can also search by the person that may have shared it with you. And of course, you can always just start typing words. That's usually what I do, is I will just start typing in a keyword that I know, sponsor, and then it's going to filter in all the results that have the word sponsor. You can also do the advanced search, which is at the bottom, and it opens up a dialog that allows you to really get deep and dirty into your search, right? So you can search date parameters, whether it's got keywords and all kinds of different features. The results then, they're going to display in the most relevant list of most relevant. And here's something that a lot of people don't realize, is that you can just select on one of those options. So you're trying to find something. There's a list of 4 or 5 of them. When you click on it, it actually opens up what is a preview. It's not the actual document, but it's a preview of the document. And you've got the options on the right and left to move between the documents. So you open it up, you realize, oh, wait, that's not the one I want. Then it's going to sort of filter into the next document that's in that folder, right? If it's not in the folder, it might not show up, but assuming you're looking for something sponsorship related, you're going to land in a sponsorship folder that's going to show you lots of different options that have the keyword sponsorship. And so that's a great feature. The other thing that you can do is you can actually search from the folder itself. So you know that it's in a specific folder. You can go to that folder and right click, and at the bottom there, you'll see search within that folder. And then you know that you're really searching, in that right place. This is where I'm not sure that this happens with all of your documents. We've locked most of them, but some sheets and different options will give you, it'll give you the option to open it with. We don't want you to open it with. Remember, we want you to download it. So you're going to go to the far right in that little toolbar, and you're going to click on the arrow, and it's going to allow you to save the document wherever it is that you're going to save it. And maybe in your drive, you're going to, again, give it your own naming convention that makes sense for your group. And obviously, you're going to, do all of the things that you need to do to the document. You're going to customize it. You're going to save all of the changes. If it's something that you're going to share with somebody else and you don't want them to alter, you're going to want to make it as a PDF. So you just convert it to a PDF once you've edited all the information that you need, and then you can share it. Anyone logged into your Walk email can access that drive. We really don't want you to share it outside of the organization. I know that sometimes it's easier to work from your own email, but by keeping everything in hydroasoc.org, it's easier if we have some succession plans.